Hello again. A number of years ago, I co-authored a book, Sharing Blessings. It is a book with stories about the Jewish holidays. The book travels through the Jewish year with the Kedner family, mom and dad, Alana and David, and grandparents, and they experience the Jewish holidays. But our book focuses on one specific value within each of the holidays. And so I don't usually have an opportunity to share this story in any kind of oral fashion, so I'd like to do that now. But bear in mind that the Hanukkah story I am about to share with you is a story about convictions. And certainly Hanukkah was a holiday representing the notion of conviction, the conviction of a small group of Maccabees who were persistent in and resilient in enabling the Jewish community of Israel to survive. So as you hear this story, I'd like you to think about values such as conviction. Think about the symbolism beyond the candles, beyond the mere lightings. Think about how light has symbolic meaning far in excess of a limited candle lighting. Think about the role of minorities in our society and the challenges of minorities to be able to live and survive. And in terms of the Jewish community in Palestine, we are talking about a very small community with an imposing Roman presence hovering above them. Think about the notions of freedom. Think about Hidur Mitzvah, the idea that we beautify our traditions, such as having a wonderful menorah or a little more ornate ornora and pretty colorful dreidels, so that we make the holiday a little bit more pleasurable. Think about the notion of miracles, and think about tzedakah and gemilut chasadim, the fact that we have the power to affect people's lives by what we contribute to their enhancement. That can be in a financial form. It also can be something much deeper than financial. But as I share this story, a Hanukkah story about conviction, I'd like you to bear those values in mind. Hanukkah, standing up for your beliefs. The town is planning to tear down Pine Street Playground, Mom said. They sold the land. It's going to become a gas station. I love that playground, Alana cried. It has a tunnel you can crawl into. I used to take a flashlight inside and read. It was so cozy. For the town, business is business, Mom said. We are going to have to call a meeting of neighbors to organize a protest. It's hard to fight the town, but we have to try. The Maccabees fought people who were stronger than they were, David said. Why can't we? I should mention Alana is around 12, David is around 10. Good point, David, Dad smiled. They stood up for what they thought was right. We'll have to try for a modern-day Hanukkah miracle to save that playground, Dad said. Time to light the candles, Mom called. She turned off the lights. The family gathered around the antique brass menorah that had once belonged to Dad's great-grandparents. Mom had placed it on the windowsill so everyone outside could see it. Dad lit the shamash candle first, then the other candles from left to right. Alana held Dad's hand to light the first candle. The wick caught fire slowly, then leaped up brightly. Dad helped light the second candle. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. They chanted together. After chanting another blessing, thanking God for the miracle of Hanukkah, Mom began to sing Ma'otzur Yeshuati, Alana and David joined in. "Those dancing flames make me want to dance," Mom said. She put her arm around Dad's waist and swept him into a waltz, humming the tune of Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah. "No more temper?" Dad teased her. She shook her head. "But I haven't forgotten the playground," she said. "Do we get presents tonight?" David asked. "Remember, we agreed on one gift the first night only," Mom said, still dancing. "Hanukkah is about the miracle of freedom, not the miracle of presents." "But Mom," David argued, "all my friends get presents on other nights." "We do have a little gift for you," Mom smiled, taking a small package wrapped in shiny paper out of a drawer. David unwrapped it. "Finger puppets?" He squealed in disgust. "I was hoping for a train set." "Dad and I thought it would be fun to hear the story of Hanukkah in your own words," Mom said. "You could make a puppet show." "You always have a game up your sleeve, Mom," Alana said. "Oh, well, David, let's try to make the best out of it." She grabbed his hand and led him upstairs. An hour later, they came back down. "You are invited to a puppet show." They bowed to Mom and Dad, who settled on the sofa. On a table, David set a carton from which he had cut out the back. "Once there was a man named Judah M.," Alana began. Through the back of the carton, David waved a finger puppet with a big J on it. Judah lived in a town called Presentville, where everyone spent all year planning their Hanukkah presents. But Judah had a tough job. Every day he went from house to try and convince the people of the town that there was more to Hanukkah than presents. First, he visited Mrs. Latka. Alana wiggled a puppet with a hat shaped like a potato pancake. "Good morning, Mrs. Latka," David said in a deep voice. "Nice to see you so oily in the morning. Just wanted to remind you about the miracle of the Hanukkah oil, which burned in the temple for 8 days instead of just 1. And that is why we celebrate Hanukkah for 8 days. "My kids don't care about the Hanukkah story," Alana said in Mrs. Latka's voice. "They insist they only have time for presents." Alana spun 2 puppets shaped like tops. Judah then went to Mr. Gelt's store and Miss Candle's school. Nobody was interested in the Hanukkah story, Alana continued. Then, one day, the king of Presentville ordered that the townspeople could no longer fry latkes, spin dreidels, or light Hanukkah candles, and they could only give one present. Everyone gathered in Menorah Square. They wondered, what were we going to do? "We have to stand up for what we believe in," David said in Judah's voice. "Now's the time to show what Hanukkah really means. Presents are okay, but I want to remember the miracle of the oil," Alana said in Mrs. Latka's voice. Could be Ms. Latka also, could alter the story. "The townspeople sent letters of protest," David said. When the king realized that the people finally understood the meaning of Hanukkah, he allowed them to celebrate the holiday. The end. Mom and Dad clapped. "You've put your fingers right on the meaning of Hanukkah," Dad said. "Bravo!" "The candles have gone out already," Mom said. "But your play shows that the Hanukkah story keeps burning strong in all kinds of ways. And now I am sure the stars of the show are hungry. Latkes, everyone? Praised are you, Adonai our God, Baruch Atah Adonai, who has inspired us to stand up for our beliefs." My little gift to you. Chag Orim Sameach.